Got a newborn chickie. You may hear it screaming soon. Common law, come to find out, has nothing to do with the Constitution and law of the land. It's legal law. We need to ban color of law. We need to ban common law from this country. We're not supposed to be... Common law is a democracy. It's not agorism. It's not Constitution. So the Supremacy Clause does not back common law. We've got to reject this common law stuff. I do not consent to being placed under common law. So all courts are common law courts. They're not constitutional courts. They're not law of the land courts. They're common law courts. I Googled it, and it's in my post. Go read it. Common law is pretty much democracy, and that's what we're ran under. They took us away from the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence. It's not null and void. They're just ignoring them and placing us under something that belongs in other countries and not this one. That's the problem. That's what's destroying this country. Common law. We call it statutory color of law, arbitrary law, admiralty law, but common law is what we're under. It had nothing to do with Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights, and the rest of the Constitution, and the Supremacy Clause. So now jurisdiction is, am I in a court of common law, or I'm in a constitutional court under the Declaration of Independence and the Bill of Rights and the Supremacy Clause? Because the Supremacy Clause does not back common law. And thanks to a person who let me know, and so I went and Googled it to make sure, because that's what I'll do. I'm not going to just sit here and think I know everything when I look stuff up, because some things I don't know. And I'll go ahead and go look, either AI, ChatGPT, or Google. And this one, I went with Google. So there's the problem. Common law. You all are allowing them to run us in these common law courtrooms that's not supposed to exist. The Constitution does not recognize, nothing in the Bill of Rights recognizes common law as part of law of the land, the supreme law of the land. The only supreme law of the land is the Constitution, Bill of Rights. That's it. The forefathers made the Bill of Rights, 1 through 12, the supreme law of the land. Article 1. They created 12 articles to go with the 12 amendments. Or, not amendments, rights. They were rights. They were called rights. Not amendments. Bill of Rights. First right, second right, third right, all the way down to the 12. And nothing gives the government and or the states authority, that word, authority, with the rest, over the people, we the people, to obey their laws, codes, doctrines, acts, whatever else they create, because that's all under common law. Constitution does not state they have the authority to enforce common law upon the people. So I've heard about common law courts. I just never thought to put two and two together then. And it was a long time ago. So now I know for sure we don't have the courts we're supposed to have. And the Supreme Court's supposed to be the main one held under the Bill of Rights and the rest of the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence. Even though it's not mentioned, it's not said to, they're to enforce it. It's not null and void. You can enforce it in court. I invoke the Declaration of Independence. I invoke the law of the land, and I invoke the Supremacy Clause. Is common law the law of the land? Am I in a common law court, or am I in a constitutional court? Law of the court that is of law of the land. Do you run this court under law of the land, or do you run this court under common law? And when you have all your evidence, I say, excuse me, Judge, you hand it to the bailiff. It says, I'm going to hand you this stuff. You can sit there and read it, or you can go in your office and read it. I got all the time in the world to sit here and let you read what I have for my defense of my constitutional, guaranteed, unalienable, inherent, God-given rights. It's in the Bible. What rights God gave us. Doesn't say man in government can take them away if we do this and that. This is our rights. Same thing with the Constitution. There's no limitations. There's no, the government can take them away. The state can take them away if you disobey any of their laws. Even laws that are of common law, legal law, those words ain't in there. So, that's what we're under. That's what's been placed upon us. Democracy, common law. Trump said it. Oh, I love democracy. I can use it to control others with. Because he's a control freak. If he wasn't a control freak, we'd be better. We'd be better. All the swamp people would be in jail like you thought, or prison, or dead. Depending on how heinous their crimes are. Even in aiding and abetting in things. So, that's what's protecting them. Common law. They've restricted constitutional law from the courtrooms and the Declaration of Independence and the Supremacy Clause, unless you invoke them. As they said, the only way you can have your rights if you invoke them. That's what Donald Trump did. That's what Dr. Fauci did. And anyone else in that Supreme Courtroom or whatever courtroom they're in. And they're getting away with everything. Because they show you how constitutional law works, the law of the land. But they're not telling us they have us, the slaves, under common law. And they're not telling us what common law really is. If they did tell us we're under common law. Because everybody's sitting here saying common law this, common law that. We're supposed to be under common law. We are under common law. Outside of the law of the land. Common law, your civil rights is common law. Privileges. They're not rights. They should have called them civil privileges. We give to our public citizens. So, alright, I ain't gonna let this go too long. It takes forever now to upload a video. This will be the last one I upload for the rest of this month. So, you all take care. Bye, everyone!